Hey everybody, it's Coach Brian here. Just wanted to touch bases with you for 411 Friday. Talk about some quick things. Tomorrow we're going to be having our monthly nutritional seminar. It's a great little seminar to learn more about micro and macronutrients, especially specifying and concentrating on carbohydrates, what type of carbohydrates are good, what type of carbohydrates you should be careful with. Those type of things are really important toward disease processes and understanding how to stop disease. So tomorrow at 8 a.m. then we will have a mystery WOD tomorrow at 10 a.m. so it should be a fun day, so make sure you attend. Going forward, I wanted to touch on some things about Open Gym. The Open Gym format definition, if you look at the app on Wodify, it says specifically CrossFit Open Prep. So what we're trying to do is prepare you in a higher level for the CrossFit Open. A lot of people have been using different means of programming through other services, and I think that's awesome. But one thing I want you to focus on is rest and recovery. Once I start to see a diminishing rate of return through athletes that were once at this level but are training so hard they're now at this level, that's where I'm going to step in as a coach and say something. It's my job to make sure that you are healthy and you're progressing the manner I feel like you should be progressing. And of course I care. So those things are important to me. So we're not here to injure you. We're here to make sure that you progress and do the things that you want to. Now, that being said, let's talk about philosophy within CrossFit. I've been doing CrossFit for 7 years. I've had my bumps and bruises and achy shoulders and backs, but I've never had an injury. One reason is because I really focus on the important things. Number one, that CrossFit is not a sprint; it's a marathon. So in that marathon, you have to focus on doing less better. So what that means is, focusing on so many different things, so many different ways, really doesn't make you better. Bruce Lee had a great little slogan. He used to say, a great fighter is not someone that knows 10,000 kicks, but knows how to do one kick perfectly 10,000 times. So that's, focus on basics. Focus on the things that got you to the point of your athletic progressions. Stay successful within that program. I think the CrossFit Regionals was a good example of what happens when people put their ego ahead of their rest and recovery. With 28 pec tears out of, I think, maybe 100 athletes, that's a 25% injury rate. I think the fault lies in with coaches not metering athletes effectively and making sure that they're recovering or not doing too much specific exercise. Remember, CrossFit is about really focusing on constantly varied movement. If you're doing movement constantly, that's not constantly varied, that's sport specific. And that's where injuries occurred, and that's why there was 27, I think now, 28 pec tears, and that's not really counting any other injuries that may have occurred. I don't really know, I don't keep up with it. So that's a lesson to be learned through this past Open, that even though that you can do things, doesn't mean that you should. Let's focus on the basics. Do less better. Break up a movement in a E2M, or if you don't want to work on something. Had a client come to me yesterday, hey man, I want to work on toes to bar, what should I do? I helped them out. Volume constantly is going to make your strength gains go away, and it's going to affect your capacity. So If you have a problem progressing and that kind of stuff, it's going to cause problems with your capacity. So I just want to touch some philosophy on that today. Have a good weekend. I will see you on Monday. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Be safe and be good out there. Thank you.